Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibbitz. It's me, Mary, and I am here tonight with my Saturday night shenanigans. Life After Lockup, Season 5, Episode 42. Save the drama for your mama. And Lord knows there was lots of drama involving mamas. So, first of all, while you guys get into the room, I hope all of my followers down south that were in the path of Hurricanes Helene and Milton, I hope you guys are doing okay. I know there was lots of damage. Some states getting slammed basically back to back with two hurricanes within 2 weeks. I mean, I know a few people that live down there. I have lots of followers from southern states. I just wanted to let all of you guys know I'm thinking of you. My hearts are with you. My prayers are with you. Um, you know, it's really sad, and a lot of people lost everything, but at least they still have their lives. And I just wanted to start off tonight with my prayers and my thoughts and my whole heart with my Southerners. So now back to this episode. There was lots of drama involving mamas. Starting off, this is the way I get ready for Felon Friday now. I don't know about you guys, but this is the way I get ready for Felon Friday. Hi, Fran. Thank you for joining me. So, drama and mamas, Teeny and Rob. Okay, so we pick up where we left off last week. And Teeny totally rocked. She rocked the shit out of Kate. Okay, Kate could talk all the shit that she wants, but Teeny rocked the shit out of her. So it was the rest of the fight. Okay, everybody screaming and hollering, trying to hit each other. Rob is in the middle of it. Rob practically got body slammed. I mean, it was a hot fucking mess. Teeny's kids saw the whole thing. Her daughter was getting ready to run over there and throw a shoe or something, I swore. So, yeah, Teeny rocked the shit out of her mother-in-law. And now she is basically done. Okay. She is like, I am done with her forever. I'm never going to be in the same room with her. I don't want to talk to that woman. I don't want to look at that woman. I am fucking done with her. And for some reason, I see that my Wi Fi is starting to flicker. And I'm going to be really annoyed if my Wi Fi goes out. I see a little thing in the corner. But anyway, I got distracted. So, Teeny is done with her mother in law. She is done. She tells Rob, you could work things out with her, but I will never be in the same room with her. I don't even want to look at her. I don't want to know her name. He got physical with me, and that's it. And Rob says that he feels like a cord, that they're pulling him from like both sides. Okay. The two women that he loves and are most important to him, his wife and his mother, are like tugging on him. So, Rob apologizes to the kids. Okay. They get home. Teeny's not happy. She got some broken nails. Okay. She's pissed the fuck off. And Rob is like, I'm sorry you guys had to see this. Teeny, are you okay? He gives everybody a hug. But Rob is really upset because he's like, is this the kind of welcome home that I deserve? Like, first of all, nobody showed up to my welcome home party. And now, at my welcome home party, a big fight broke out between my mom and my wife. I mean, my chain was broken. I was tossed around like a fucking beanbag. Is this what I deserve? And Teeny's like, it's not what you deserve, but life kind of sucks sometimes, and that's how things turn out. So Teeny and her kids go to the water park. Okay. And she said she wants to make new traditions with her kids now that they don't have to go every weekend to go see Rob anymore. So they go to the water park and she inquires how much a season pass would be. $250 now is a big chunk out of their finances because Rob is not making the money that he used to make playing poker in jail. I don't believe he made all that money playing poker in jail, but that's what he says, that he used to sit around the poker table and just make easy money. So he's not making a portion of what he used to make playing poker, as opposed to now being out and his job is safety inspections on trucks. Okay. Hey, it's a job, it's a paying job, but it didn't pay like his prison side hustle paid. You know what I mean? So $250 is a big deal to Teeny, but she got the season pass. She wants to, start traditions with her kids. They could all come every weekend. It's a good thing. So Teeny has a conversation with her daughter. And can I just say that her kids are the smartest, classiest. I mean, I can't even think of more adjectives to describe them. They are like older than their ages, especially Cheyenne. Okay, Cheyenne seems so mature. So basically, Cheyenne's take on this whole thing is she's happy that Rob is home. Okay, she's happy her dad is home. Once he came home, the family just clicked. Everything seemed to fall into place. Her dad makes them feel safe. She's happy he's home. He's hysterical. He makes her laugh. However, and she was talking about it with her brother, that she didn't think that she's going to be able to have a relationship with Grandma Kate because Grandma Kate got physical with her mom. Her brother says, people get frustrated, they argue, they fight. It's a normal thing. And yes, it is a normal thing. But like Cheyenne says, it's not normal to get physical. And to see Kate getting physical with her mother, it's going to be very hard for her to forgive this woman. And I get it. I get it. She was a 13-year-old girl seeing another grown woman hitting her mother. Even though her mother got the best of Kate and rocked the shit out of her, in my opinion, she still saw hands thrown. Okay. She saw another woman hitting her mother. And now she's never going to look at Kate the same. I mean, Kate could try to buy her the biggest present in the world, and she is not going to want to have anything to do with her because Kate laid hands on her mom. So it's a fractured family right now. And unfortunately, Rob is in the middle. So a TikTok user uploaded some back scenes footage of the fight. She was actually working nearby where she got to see this whole thing and managed to tape a little bit of it. So let me share this with you guys. This is a little back scenes footage of Teeny and Kate fighting. You'll see the aftermath of the fight and a little snippet of the cameraman chasing Rob's mom in the parking lot. Okay, so check this out. This is thanks to Kyler Ann on TikTok. And here we go. Behind the scenes footage.
I thought it was part of the show at first.
Unfortunately, as you can see, the food got the worst of it.
I thought it was part of the show at first.
They were running. They were running.
Great will always be.
So that is Rob's mom running away from the camera crew. Rob posted this on his TikTok, which I feel is very telling, okay, on how he feels about the situation with his family and with his wife and his kids.
Number one priority. You may love the family you come from. You may have always had their back and they always had yours. But don't ever forget, the one you're building always comes first.
So there you go. So, like I said, unfortunately, Rob is in the middle of all this between his wife and his mom, and we shall see what happens. Yeah, Ashley, me too. I really hope they cleaned their mess. I mean, look at that shit. Unbelievable. The food was collateral damage. Well, it is Rob and TD's anniversary weekend. I wish them all the best. Now, moving on, we have Mike and Justine. And Mike is not happy. He is trying to protect his balls. Literally. He's trying to protect the family jewels. And he is so stupid. I'm sorry. Yes, I said it. Mike is stupid. He sat there telling Justine, no, no, I don't want to get it snipped. What if something happens? What if they make a mistake and then it's not going to work anymore? I want to be able to have babies at 75 if I wanted to. And Justine is looking at him and I'm looking at him like, who the fuck are you going to have a baby with at 75? Are you fucking kidding me? Why are you going to have a baby at 75? Why are you even thinking about having babies at 75? Like having 9 kids combined isn't enough. What in the actual fuck, Mike? Like, stop spreading your seed already and just get a little snip snip. It's reversible, but no, he's not happy. He is team his balls. Okay. Justine is already going to be open on the table. So just get a hysterectomy, Justine. It's no big deal. Okay. I'm not doing anything to my manhood. I am team Montana Mills balls. So, okay, get that straight. He is not doing a snip snip. Justine is like, I can't fucking believe you. So their family life is really, really fucking busy. Okay. With all these kids in one house, with all these personalities, like one day everybody could be getting along. The next day it could be like a WWE SmackDown in the middle of their kitchen. So Justine's, trying to balance everybody, get everybody out the door for school. Then she gets her alone time with Maddie, Manhattan Barbie. She realizes, she really, really loves having a baby at home, but it's hard now because Mike has a full time job. Oh, yes, he does. Mike has a full time job. He is the manager of a moving company. Yes, he is a manager of a moving company. And another one who is realizing that the money that he made in his previous life and the money that he had in prison, okay, is not the same as the money that he's making out here. He says looking at his paycheck made him want to puke. He used to be able to make that in like 1 hour. Okay. You see, Teeny was talking about how money, didn't go as far as it did when Rob was in prison. What is it with all of these people having unlimited income while they're in prison? And then once they come home, they're broke and they're struggling, working 9 to 5s. Now, speaking of working a 9 to 5, Mike says he gets a lot of crap from other fellow rappers for working a 9 to 5 because how is he supposed to be, concentrating on his art full time if he's working a 9 to 5? So anyway, Justine, is able to get her errands done while Maddie's sleeping in the back seat, and she gets a phone call. And it's her son Santana, and he's like, "Mom, come home now." Now, Santana is highly functioning autistic, and Justine says his major issue is he is not able to communicate his thoughts and feelings and emotions in a clear, effective manner. Justine's like, I don't know what's going to be there when I get home. Okay. Santana also called Mike. So now Mike is on his way home and they're both like, what the fuck is going on? Guess what? The boys are fighting. Okay. Mike's son, Michael Jr., okay, and Justine's son, Santana, basically got into a smackdown. Okay. Mike Jr. was bullying Santana. Santana got pissed off and smashed his iPhone. Mike is like, "What do you mean you smashed your iPhone? Like, what the hell?" And then Mike Jr. took the smashed iPhone from Santana, put it in a closet. Santana tried to get it from him. Mike Jr. hit him, and it just turned into a whole shit show. So now Mike Sr. is pissed the fuck off. Okay. He is yelling at the boys. He is like, "You guys are ridiculous. You're going to be punished forever. Like, this is what I have to come home to. This is ridiculous." And just to prove his point that violence is never the solution, he turns around and punches a hole in the wall. That makes a lot of sense, Mike. Okay. You want to show the kids that fighting and violence is never the solution to a problem. And what do you turn around and do? "I can't take this anymore," and punch a hole in the wall. Good job, Mike. Good job in being a shining example for your kids. That's all I have to say. So, if you're wondering what Mike and Justine are up to, they're going to go on meet and greet. So their first meet and greet is going to be in Vegas. Okay. It seems like a lot of the cast are doing meet and greets lately. Mike is also doing his credit repair business. And apparently I have competition. They have a podcast on Apple Podcast. So there we go. Mike and Justine, since they have a whole baseball team of kids, need all these forms of income. Now, moving on to Brittany and Key Rock. I just shake my head, okay? Because first of all, I cannot believe that they would set everything up, have, their mom, Key Rock's mom pack everything, Key Rock not tell her until like that they're getting ready to take off, but we're going to get into that in a minute. All of this, while I'm watching this, I'm just shaking my head. I'm going, I know Key Rock and Brittany are really not that dumb in real life. So why are they trying to make them look this dumb on TV? Because I know that Key Rock would not quit everything, pack everything up, get ready to move to Texas without having the final approval from Texas. I mean, it's just kind of beyond to me. So anyway, Key Rock and Brittany are going to have to stay in a government hotel, which is triggering for Brittany. When she was 16, 17, she was homeless. She was living in one of those government hotels or couch surfing. So being in one of those government hotels triggers her and it reminds her of, of basically when her life started to spiral and she went to prison. So Key Rock calls the property manager of the apartment that they're renting in Texas, and he's like, "Listen, we've run into some difficulty. I don't know if we're going to be able to get there yet. Would it be possible that I get my security deposit and my first month's rent back if Texas, rejects us altogether?" And the property manager is like, "I don't think so." So now it's the next day, okay? And it's literally hours before everyone is about to take off, and go to Texas. Okay. Now, Key Rock's mom still doesn't know that Brittany and Key Rock can't go. Okay. So Key Rock's mom, Tammy, has been so excited and nervous about this. She has never driven that far, but she's going to do it. Okay. She's going to put her fears aside. She's going to do it. She's going to start her life over. She's following Key Rock, and they're going to have a clean slate in Texas and start things over. Kirok tells his brother first. He's like, listen, Desmond, I got something to tell you. Mom's going to kill me. Me and Brittany can't go to Texas yet. It's because of parole. They're being like assholes. So we have to wait before we can go to Texas. And Kirok's brother's like, mom's going to kill you. And Kirok's like, yeah, I know. Thanks for the support. So after, Tammy was yelling at the camera crew, get out of my face. I don't want you in my face. Everything is all packed. Everything's in a U-Haul. They're getting ready to go, getting ready in the car. She's like, Kirok, I'm going to follow you, right? You're going to drive ahead and I'm going to follow you, right? Just don't go too fast. I'm following you. And Brittany's like, babe, you need to tell her. Babe, you need to tell her. Babe, you need to tell her. Mom, listen, Brittany and I can't go to Texas just yet. We weren't approved by Texas parole. And this is the look that Tammy has on her face when she hears this. She's like, Kirok, are you fucking kidding me? I packed my whole life into this truck and you didn't tell me this? When did you find this out? Yesterday. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm done with you people. I'm done. She gets in the truck. She takes off. Kirok and Brittany are alone in Virginia. Now they have no one. Okay. All this is really, really triggering to Brittany, and she doesn't like it at all. So let's see what happens. A little spoiler, you guys. They did make it to Texas. Okay. You see here Brittany hanging out with fans. They did make it to Texas. Just a little spoiler. This is why I totally cannot believe this storyline. I'm like, yeah, are you fucking kidding me? Do I look stupid? Anyway, moving on to Mamas and Drama. Louie and Melissa are back, and I am very happy because that means Donna is back. So Melissa and Louie are going to seal their love by doing the polar plunge. Okay. Louis said when he was in prison, he always thought about doing it, and doing it with Melissa would just show Melissa's commitment to him and to their relationship. And girl, I got to give it to you, going out on that beach in a bikini and running into that water for your man. You got to give it to Melissa, okay? Because I wouldn't have done it. I would have been like, Louis, you go, you freeze your balls off yourself. I will be standing here in my 14 layers and in my snow boots and my hat and my scarf and my gloves. Fuck that shit. You go freeze your balls off. I'll wait for you here. But no, Melissa stripped down to her bikini and she went running into the water. And for Louis' dreams of doing the polar plunge, he only made it waist up. I'm sorry, from the waist down. Okay. So he was like, I'm fucking frozen. They run back onto the beach. So now, did I mention Melissa wants a ring? Oh, yes. Melissa wants a ring. And not any ring. She wants a 2-carat ring. Okay. So Louis, he has a couple of jobs. He works at a pizzeria. He's a personal trainer. He sells nutritional supplements. But like he said, trying to get that full-time steady job as a felon is really hard. He goes on interviews. Everything goes fucking great. And then once they do the background check, he never hears from them again. So Louis been working his jobs. He's been saving money for a year and a half. He doesn't want Melissa to know that, but he's been saving money for a year and a half, and he is prepared to spend all of his money that he saved on a beautiful ring for Melissa. So he calls his mom, Donna, to tell her that he's planning on going ring shopping, and, he wants to become engaged to Melissa, and Melissa wants a 2-carat diamond ring. Donna said, what? Excuse me? A 2-carat ring? Are you crazy? Like, why don't you start off small, Louis, please? But Louis like, no, I want to get her something that, she's going to love. And I've been saving money. I figure the ring is going to cost between $10,000 and $12,000. So, I have that kind of money and I want to spend it on a ring that Melissa's going to love because this is the woman I want to be with for the rest of my life. Donna's like, have you learned anything from me? I've been married 3 times. Some things sometimes just don't work out the way it should. So anyway, Donna's like, do you want me to come back to Jersey? Okay, because this is what moms do. Moms worry about their sons. They are overbearing. They want to know what's going on. Do you want me to come back to Jersey? And Louie's like, Ma, it is time for me to make some grown ass decisions on my own. Now, Melissa and Donna's relationship has always been contentious. Okay, Donna feels like that she was being pushed to the side. She was there from the beginning for Louis' incarceration. 10 years is a really long fucking time. And then towards the end, here comes Melissa, and now he's living in New Jersey with her. Donna, for her part, says that, she really doesn't have anything against Melissa. She just doesn't know her. Okay, and she needs to know her better. And hey, I get that. I fucking get that. So, and let's see how these two work out. Next week, we see Louis attempting to shop for a ring and realizing that it's $10,000 to $12,000. Maybe it'll get him a half a carat. So, we'll see what happens. Louis wants to get her a ring. So, and Melissa, for her part, she really, really, really wants it. And we know when Melissa really, really wants something, she will nag until she gets it. So Louis and Melissa in real time, living their best lives. Louis is a inspirational speaker. Melissa's hanging out with girlfriends, doing what people do. So I wish them all the best. And let's see what size ring she winds up getting. Soraya and Troy. These two make my head spin. So last week, Soraya told Troy after she took him to the office that they won't be able to go to the office anymore because they're being evicted because she hasn't paid the last 2 months' rent on the office. My question is, how about all that money you were spending on Troy in prison? You couldn't use some of it for the rent on the nonprofit, but that's one of the reasons why they make my head spin. Okay, so every time they seem to argue, Troy gets up and walks out of the house. He walks out. The first time when Soraya threw a fit and she was screaming about Yana, the baby mama, he walked nearly 10 miles. Okay, now this time he walks out of the house dressed all in black with a pink do-rag. Soraya says he looks like he's going to go rob somebody. Okay, and he's like, I got to figure things out. I got to figure out where I'm getting his rent from, where I'm getting his money from. Even if I got to go back to the streets to figure it out, I got to figure it out. So he calls his friend Trey. Okay, Soraya's driving around looking for him. She's like, I have no idea where he is. He can't be doing this. So him and his friend Trey are talking and smoking on a bench. And Trey, basically tells him, listen, ma'am, you got to figure out a way to do things the legit way. Because the streets are not the answer anymore. Okay? You got to do it the straight way. And you're going to figure it out. So, and Troy's like, you know something? You're right. So he goes back and he tells Rhea, listen, I apologize for walking out, but sometimes walking is therapy. I needed space. You don't communicate. You communicate when you want to. Okay, just like conveniently telling me that we owe 2-3 months rent on the nonprofit. We need to have an open line of communication. Change your energy. I'll change mine, and everything will be okay. So it went from these two getting ready to rip each other's heads off again to let me go in the house and show you how much I love you, baby. That's why these two make my head spin. Not for nothing. So speaking of meet and greets, Soraya and Troy are doing a meet and greet in the city in Brooklyn this weekend, as a matter of fact. Okay. Troy is also trying his hand at music. Okay. So Troy is another aspiring rapper on the show. Maybe he should talk to Montana Mills. Moving on, we have Bianca and Daniel. And I just want to say, Bianca is so young. Okay. Her immaturity, I believe, has a lot to do with her lack of age experience. And I'm kind of glad that Daniel is the mature one in this relationship from what we see so far. So first of all, they're still on the well, after everything I've done for you, the least you could do is get up and make me a cup of coffee conversation. And he's like, don't throw stuff like that back in my face. And when you say I owe you, what do you exactly mean by I owe you? And I get what Daniel is doing here. Okay. He doesn't want to have the power where Bianca has all the power up here and he's down here because he feels like that he owes her something for being there for him. Okay. She did it because she loves him. She keeps saying, I did this because I love you. I spent all this money. I moved all the way out here. I did all this because I love you. So Daniel's like, okay, then don't throw it back in my face. They're going off to see his parole officer. If his parole officer says that he can't live with her, it's really going to fuck things up. She's really going to be pissed off and she doesn't know what she's going to do. They get to the parole officer building and they wouldn't let her inside. She's sitting out there waiting for a little while, really, really nervous. Then Daniel walks out with his parole officer, and the guy's like, hi, nice to meet you. Have you ever been arrested? Are you on parole or probation currently? Blah, blah, blah. Daniel is temporarily approved to live with her. And a parole officer is going to come out in about a month to inspect the apartment, make sure everything's okay. And if everything's okay, then he could stay there. So Bianca's like, yay, this means we can make a baby. Because apparently last night there was an accident. Okay, a couple of times. I mean, it's been a while since Daniel had sex. She doesn't think he meant to do that, but he did. And Daniel said that him and Bianca had discussed previously that they weren't going to use protection, but they were going to use plan B. So Daniel's like, honey, I think you should take the plan B because, we had a couple of accidents last night. And she's like, yeah, but I don't want to. I have baby fever. And I'm looking at the screen like, girl, he hasn't even been out a week. Okay. I mean, at the very least, give it a year before you think about having a baby with this man. And secondly, you guys haven't even been together for 48 hours and you're already like, I want to have a baby. I want to have a baby. I get the trauma from her losing her baby and, the longing for wanting another baby. Trust me, I get all that. But girl, pump the brakes a little. Like he said, his sperm isn't going nowhere. Okay, his sperm is going to be here today. It's going to be here next month. It'll be here 10 years from now. Okay, so you could pump the brakes a little bit and not be so in a rush. Like Daniel says, there's also other responsibilities he has to worry about. And he's been out 24 hours. So give him a minute. He has his son. He owes child support. He has fines from his crime. He wants to, see his son, have his son in his life again, have a civil relationship with his ex. These are all things, that he needs to work on during his time. And, while he doesn't feel comfortable thinking about having another child with all of these responsibilities still floating around and him not having a way of taking care of them yet. He just got out of jail 24 hours ago. Pump the brakes, girl. Pump the brakes. So, yeah, that's basically it. So Bianca has baby fever, and Daniel's like, we need to go get plan B ASAP. So I just want to talk about something off screen regarding Bianca and Daniel for a minute. Apparently, Bianca has been receiving death threats and horrible bullying message, excuse me, messages in her DM. She posted to her story in the beginning of the week that she was taking a social media break because of the threats and stuff. I actually got to speak to Bianca because, like I said, she is so young, and I feel like I just want to reach to the screen and hug her, especially when I see the stuff on her social media about how mean people can be and stuff. But yeah, Bianca is taking a step away, which I don't blame her, but also she needs to pump the brakes on having a baby. Just saying. So I guess that is basically it for this week, you guys. I am hoping to get someone to guest co-host with me next week, so stay tuned for that. And that's basically it. What did you guys think of this episode? Leave me a comment. What do you think of the season so far? Is it terribly scripted? Is it okay? I think it's okay, except for the Key Rock and Britney segments. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Do you guys really think I'm that dumb? But it's only episode 2. So we shall see. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me tonight. Have a great night. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.